Welcome to Parked Up Garage. Alright fellas, put a listen on me. Back over here at one of my customers again. You guessed it, before after treatment. But let me flip you around here a second. Now, I jumped off in there on this Volvo with my Volvo Tech tool. And while I was in there, Tech tool it's so much more complicated than the rest of them, but I went in and I reset everything. And I performed all the necessary tests that I needed to do, you know, on these, when you do a NOx conversion test, what it does, it goes out and it evaluates your inlet and outlet NOx sensors, and it will zero them out. It'll bring them in there to where, okay, this is where I need to be looking from. When it does that, it'll pass successful, or not, if one of the sensors are bad. Then you run a good standard regen on it, and it'll pass it real good. But what end up happening to you is like this fella right here done. Now I'm in a different program now because I want to do another type of test, but I'll show you this screen. Now, you see all these NOx related and sensors codes and efficiency and all that, how it's all inactive. Now, that's because I just got done running some tests on it. Now, what I know and y'all don't know is this thing failed like a stinking junior high dropout. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just looking at the numbers. Now, what you got to look at is when you're burning that thing and you're doing like a crystal sublimation burn and you're cleaning it out while you're in Tech tool, drop them down there to that third box and open up your NOx screen. Now, what I was noticing is, yeah, it was doing great on the inlet NOx. Numbers look great. DOC, DPF doing that job just like it's supposed to. But where I should have been seeing a real good separation, like, you know, you say you got 450 parts per million coming in. That SCR is doing this job, you want to see like 7, 8 going out. I mean, that thing's being real efficient. But while I was watching this one burn, I've never seen that thing get less than like 280 on the outlet. So it's not even 40% efficient. So the bad news for these fellers is, even though it's like, yeah, you passed, everything's good, gonna let you go on down the road and it ain't gonna set no codes, that's a lie. When you see NOx numbers like that, no, it's gonna jump up on them and it's gonna derate, and then they're gonna have the happy hooker come pick them up and drag them back to the barn. I just want to let you guys know, when you see them kind of numbers, I don't care what your laptop tells you, it is gonna fail while it's running. But y'all have a good one, and if I sneak on something here in a minute, I'll add it kind of to the back of this one, and I'll catch you later. Bye-bye. All right, fellas, I want to show you a little something. When you're working on these Volvos with an I-shift or a Mac with an M-drive in it, and you get some intermittent transmission codes, you know, for shifting. Let me flip you around here. And crawl up under this thing. Look up here on this transmission, you're going to see a sight glass. Make sure that thing is always full of oil. Flip you back around. What'll happen is these things are real sensitive about the fluid level on this thing. And it gets down in that sight glass, you can see them crosshairs had kind of a golden look to it, but that's silver. When it's got oil in there and it's full, it'll look golden like that. But if it's below the top of that thing any, I've seen 8 times out of 10, that'll be the root of your problem. But this one had a few of them, and I topped it off. That's what it was. I went and test drove it, no problems. But y'all have a good one, and I'll catch you later. Well, fellas, as you can see, I'm back at the barn. I didn't get in anything else interesting while I was over there. But Mother Nature did pop that big old ball out in the sky up there, what makes it get hot. And I was like, yeah, that's my cue. Get on back to the house and let's get to mowing on some of that grass. So y'all have a great day, and I'll catch you some other time. Bye. Thank you for watching Parked Up Garage.